I would like to formally apologize for any talking you may hear under my talking. That would be coming from the brother who for some reason seems intent on playing video games. And he is probably thinking, what is the sibling doing? They seem intent on doing this YouTube thing. So, earlier today I said I was going to make an actual religious talk, and here it is. I initially was going to talk more about tragedy and just why bad stuff happens in general, and where do we go from there, and how does religion play into that. But I'm not going to for two reasons. Number one, I want to save that video for a day when I am feeling down due to something else, and I'm just like, I cannot summon the energy to make a more positive religious video. Especially since I already covered tragedy, sort of, today. Number two, actually there are three reasons. Number two, I sort of covered it last week with the whole predestination versus free will thing. Either it's our fault or it's God's. And number three, I apparently lost 2 subscribers just for posting a video called #PrayForParis. Has no views on it. The last one, My Shot from Hamilton, has the same 15. The previous one is the same 3. Only thing that's changed is I uploaded a video name and I went down from 20 subscribers to 18. Anyway, all this to say, you're looking at the video title and you're like, what? Heavens, yeah? Because if you're like me, you haven't heard that phrase before. You've heard probably 2, maybe 3. You've heard hell yeah and heavens no. You may have also heard hell no, but we're not going to talk about that now because that completely ruins my point. So I'm going to talk about these 2 phrases, and they're not mutually exclusive to Christianity, though I think Christianity plays a huge role in them. So, a lot of people say it's heavens no and hell yeah because heaven is harder to get into than hell. I buy that. I think it's a lot harder to live a life in whatever religion you partake of, or if you're spiritual but not religious, that gets you to heaven. Or what I'm going to start referring to as to be like inclusive of all religions, since they don't all call it heaven, positive afterlife. It's easier to get into the positive. It's harder to get into the positive afterlife than the negative afterlife. I buy that. But I'm not sure it's restriction-based. People are like, oh, if you do enough good, you get into heaven as long as you don't do these specific things. Otherwise, you're automatically going to hell. And for some people, that's fine. If you are part of a religion or your spirituality dictates that the way to get to positive afterlife is through works, fantastic. Go do good stuff. I am so glad you will be doing good stuff. If your religion dictates that the way to avoid negative afterlife is to not do certain things, don't do those certain things, by all means. But here's the problem. I'm fine with those people saying it. But when you get your like conservative Christian grandparents who grew up like Southern Baptist or whatever, mine are dead, by the way, I don't have any grandparents, so, who are all like, gay marriage? Heavens no! Then I'm like, what are you doing? Because by using that phrase with the implication then that being gay or whatever is a sin of grave enough consequences to keep you out of heaven, that idea betrays your lack of faith then. Because in Christianity, we believe in a grace-based positive afterlife. Or we don't get there on our own merits, we get there on Christ's. So, like, I don't have issues with people using heavens no, unless they're not being authentic. unless they A, don't actually believe it, or B, don't say that they believe it. And so I don't know. These phrases have always bothered me, and I couldn't quite pinpoint down why until I started thinking about the restrictions it places on heaven. It's kind of like Highway to Hell versus Stairway to Heaven. Only that metaphor is easier to understand because, like, you just cruise to hell, doing whatever you do, but you have to either make the effort to climb the stairs yourself or be carried up the stairs if you believe in grace. So, those are some thoughts on those two phrases and why I personally believe in heaven, yeah. But I'm never going to say it. I'm going to say hell yeah. Because I'm a hypocrite. That's simple. Was this video informative? Hit the like button. Was it inflammatory? Leave a comment. Was it intriguing? Subscribe. Make up for those two who ditched me. Hit me up on either Twitter or Tumblr using either the hashtag AskAzaria or the messaging system to get in our second, Just Asking Monday, which is going to be on the 30th, which is going to be, like, right after Thanksgiving, I think. It's the 15th, so in 15 days. Thanksgiving is not in 15 days. The thing will be. Anyway, I'm so tired. I'm sick. Like, sick. I've been sick all last week. They're not going to let me stay home tomorrow, but I'm still sick. Anyway, I hope you have a great day.